Islam,
Islamism.
peace and love. So this right here is part three. This is going the more parts we go into, we're going to get more in depth about the information that's put on the table. Where I left off at the peace treaty with the Moroccan Empire in America was 1787, correct?
Yes.
So at this time, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali wasn't born yet.
No, he wasn't born yet. No, he was not.
So how would you put it? Who established this peace treaty on the side of the Moors, and then you have
Emperor Morocco. Emperor Morocco signed it on behalf of the Moors, and the United States had its representative. I'm not sure it was Barclay or Thomas Jefferson was connected to Barclay or something like that.
Thomas Jefferson's Youth Party is one of the three. John Adams and Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if they signed it. Can't remember who signed it. The United States has a treaty, had a treaty, and continues to have a treaty with Morocco. It benefits us only if we activate it. A lot of Moors just say, oh, well, we Moors are part of this treaty. No, you're not. Because you would actually have to go to Morocco and become a subject of Morocco.
Right.
And most Moors haven't and aren't going to do that.
Why?
For one, they don't know to, if it may benefit them, and they just don't know to.
So what about yourself?
Me, I went over there, but I didn't go get religious citizenship because me personally, I wasn't seeking to get religious citizenship. When I went to Morocco, my purpose was to go over there and establish a relationship with them as far as foreign exchange. Establishing a relationship with them as far as citizenship. When we discussed that, it was told to me that it is better for us to remain citizens of the United States of America because we have more benefits. We can come and establish religious relationship with Morocco and get all the benefits, but being citizens of the United States of America, with America being what America is, the United States of America is, you can't beat that.
So we're not citizens of North America, the continental?
Yes, but what is that? What government is that name?
The United States of America.
There you go.
So Moorish America has their own government, correct?
Yes. Inside of the United States of America.
So the United States of America is our overseers.
No. And outside of the United States of America. The Moor Science Temple of America as a religious organization has this ability to exist here and exist outside of the United States of America as a religious government, just like
Around the world.
Yeah, around the world. It has the capabilities of being global. That's why we.
So some of these Moors, it goes over their head. They think that a lot of these Moors, they get classified as sovereign citizens, which I don't want to be a sovereign citizen because that's birthrights. I want to be a sovereign being. I don't want privileges as well. I want human rights.
Right.
So I don't want no privilege. A privilege can be taken away.
My rights.
My rights, you can't take my rights.
I'm gonna have my rights. Exactly.
Regardless, whatever you say, my rights remain the same. My privileges don't.
Right.
So how would you go about that? Because you got Moors pushing this, but they're not breaking down. You have human rights, but you're putting yourself in a hot seat. You're being radical. You understand law, but you're pushing law and you're not taking the proper procedures. So now you're getting smacked down every time you try to buck. And you don't have to buck if you go through the proper procedures.
No, you do due process. You do due process, and after you identify yourself. See, we haven't identified ourselves. Literally, as soon as they roll up on us, we identify by the marks that are incorporated in their system.
Mm-hmm.
So we identify by the FUBU, the Tommy Hilfiger, whatever label they got, that's incorporated in their system. That's what you identify as, and whatever brand that concept is. And so they don't know us individually. And then people say, well, they don't do them like that. Yeah, because that's their names. See, not only are we wearing the Europeans' name on us, on our documents, we wear them all over our clothes. So we're branded. And we don't really, like I said earlier, it's a mindset thing. So we don't really understand that all of the paperwork, that's cool, but it's a mindset thing. Then you go into who to contact, this, that, and the other. But a lot of people don't have a mindset, so then they go contact these people, and they come and check and see if you really who you say you are. Do you practice love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice? What kind of institution are you building? Since you say that this is an institution, what kind of institution are you building? What are you bringing to our city, our society? Because this is what we've established.
Right.
And if you're gonna put it in jeopardy, that's a problem.
Right.
And honestly, a lot of this stuff should be in jeopardy because of the pollution that is doing to the planet. But honest, just look at it. When we get our communities, some of us bring them up. Some of us don't. So you can say you're sovereign and have a jacked up community. I don't want that community. I want well-minded, ethical people who know how to act so that then we can conduct ourselves and build. You got a whole bunch of people who put in all kind of paperwork, man, and they still rapists, molesters, murderers, not self-defense, murder. Like, you have no good intention for your life or that other person, but you want to say you're a Moorish American and you this, that, and the other. That's not the kind of people we want in our society. That's not what you already set up.
So, the people in this modern day time, they're confused with Moors because the demonstration that the Moors, dirty Moors, are demonstrating, just like with the nationality card. You got brothers that's paying for nationality cards and thinking he could take this and get pulled over and say, hey, this is my identification.
For the temple.
Right, like this is your identification for the temple.
Or for that organization that says on the card.
Right. So why are you thinking this card is gonna allow you to be removed off this public highway without being pulled for a violation?
That's like when you get pulled over, showing somebody your student ID. Now you can identify yourself as that,
Right.
but does it give you the ability to move the way you're moving right now, do what you're doing right now? That's not what the proper identification they're talking about.
Right, they want a driver's license. They want to see
something else.
Right, they want to see a license to show that you're a driver and you're certified to drive this.
Certified to drive or certified as a traveling person that you moving. You need something.
Right.
They don't have that. They say they have a right. The right to travel is a right. It's guaranteed by the Constitution. It's not a document. But once you establish yourself as a constitutional citizen, then your rights are given.
Right. So that goes back to we make them our parents. They ain't know no better. When they signed the birth certificate, they signed you over to the county. Correct?
Yes, they did.
So you didn't have a nationality. You became straight property straight out the womb.
Yes.
So that's lacking education. So a lot of roles is, it's like when you go into certain, and they're I don't know if they're temple established or not, or it's a bunch of propaganda, but it's just like the stuff that they're educating the people, they're setting them back into a hellhole. But we having a lot of these moles that established in it. Like I told the mole, he told me you was a grand sheep. The mom talked to him on the phone. Now you're not a grand sheep. You saying he's the grand sheep. Or she saying she not a